This podcast contains some explicit language. Viewer discretion is advised. Previously on the Embracing the Journey podcast.
All I ever learned was how to put on a better mask, how to fit into society better, and how to keep the people around me close, but just far enough away that they would never know who I am.
So you saw your inner child needing love, needing hope, needing someone just to grab them and say, it's going to be okay.
Yep. You mentioned social media. The unconscious consumption of culture is ruining our youth. It is creating division. It is creating strife, contention. It is destroying everyone across the board.
Welcome back to Embracing the Journey podcast. I try not to use the word luck. I think things happen when they're supposed to happen and how they're supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
And I've hit some rough patches. And I've been around people that have looked at these rough patches that I've been in and told me the same thing I've told you. It makes sense if you don't want to see this forward. It makes sense if you just want to throw the towel in. But there's something about not having a lot that makes it, when things come, you give it everything you have, right?
Yeah.
And I see that with you. I see all these things that have come up in your life. And you told me, have you been outside today? There's trees, there's sky, there's air, these are all things that often people look past.
Yep.
And they take those for granted. I heard a quote the other day. The biggest thing we take for granted is making it home that night. We wake up every day and we get in our car, or we get on the bus, or we go outside our house, assuming when we get home, I'll take care of that responsibility I was supposed to take care of.
Yeah.
But it's never that simple, right? Decisions, good or bad, can change everything about your life, right?
Absolutely.
You were in Montana, hanging out on top of a mountain. You had the sun beaming in your face. And you went up there because you had a goal in mind.
Mm-hmm.
One phone call took you back down that mountain.
Yep.
And you're here with me.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that this was by chance.
Nah.
I don't think that this was by chance at all. I think our paths were supposed to cross because, right, I'm feeling it, because even with some of the things that you've been talking about, they hit me deep. I don't know if I hated myself, but there were times where I definitely didn't like myself.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times where I definitely felt that it would be easier had I not been around.
Yeah.
But knowing the strength that it takes to continue to push, I think it says a lot about an individual. So I think it says a lot. I think things in life have tested your character. And I think what happens when they've tested your character is you've come back stronger, right? And they're like, we got to try a different tactic.
Oh, yeah.
So they throw another curveball at you and it hits you in your jaw and you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
And it becomes frustrating to the point where, like, I can feel it for you. I can feel that there's a turning point for you. I can feel that something is going to come lay their hands on you and be like, Andrew, we see you.
Yeah.
Man to man. And I don't think that men do this enough. And I don't even know you that well, but I'm extremely proud of you.
We literally just met.
Just met. I am extremely proud of you. And I say that because I see so much, like, I don't even want to use the word hope. I see so much light in you. I woke up this morning, didn't get enough sleep. Like, the allergies are kicking my butt. And I'm thinking, like, oh man, like, let's just go in here and knock this out and do the best that I can. I don't have the sniffles anymore. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. I feel fulfilled. Like, again, I think it's the way that you articulate stuff. You turned these tragic situations for you into something beautiful that I can imagine how tough and complicated it was to get through this. But I feel like this conversation, not only have you provided a voice, but you provided mentorship. How old are you?
37.
We're the same age.
Yeah.
And I'm already finding myself being like, if I could have did what Andrew did in this space, this would have never happened. So that's me, again, telling you I appreciate, again, if you haven't heard this today, this week, whatever, I appreciate everything that you've brought into the table today. And when you leave here, whatever it is that you choose to do on this Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, do it with the same conviction that you've done everything else in life. And I will be the first one to congratulate you, the first one to tell you, like, I want to celebrate these moments with you. I don't want to be like, I expected that. Because no. I think that's dismissive.
Yeah.
You've been working your ass off.
Thank you.
And you've been showing up. And you've been showing up to the point where something good is going to come. And right before you want to quit, Andrew, always know that a miracle is going to happen.
Absolutely.
And I think you're on par. I don't think that you're overdue. I don't think that you're ahead of your time. I think you're on par with this phenomenal thing that's going to bless you.
Mm.
I love it. I love the energy. Like, man, I feel happy. I feel good.
Me too.
I feel good. I'm happy that you took the time out of your day to come here and pour your heart out. And I'm happy that you're able to show vulnerability unapologetically. I'm happy that you were able to speak about these dark moments in your life, because not only did you help me, but the viewers that are watching this, the people that are going to hear this, I know it's going to hit them so hard in their core that even if these circumstances never happen to them, they're going to find a way or a reason to absorb this to make their life a better and safer place for the people around them. One thing that I've always told myself is, no matter how strong you are, depression is in us. It's right there. It's present. And it has the ability to do whatever you choose to allow it to do.
Mm-hmm.
To be 80-something days sober, you looked depression in the face and you said, not today.
Oh, yeah.
To have 2 suicide attempts, you looked whatever demon in the face and said, not today. I still got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer that the only way that a person will leave this world is if they felt that they can offer nothing else, or that they have nothing else to give. And I think that's why you're still here today. It's because people need to hear you speak.
I appreciate that.
And I don't think that you should silence yourself. I think that you should continue to come out with books. I think you should continue to go to these open mics and just do your absolute thing and walk away with that. And don't look back, because there's nothing back there for you.
Mm.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Unstoppable. What makes you different makes you great.
Embrace your punch.
Welcome back to Embracing the Journey podcast. Bro, I just got like this overwhelming smile on my face. Like I feel so connected. Like that's the weird part, is I feel so connected to your journey. Because we're all 1 degree of separation away from the things that you've overcome. And we have the hardest time in the world feeling that. And if you're telling me right now that you've made the most amount of money you've ever made in your life and you were miserable,
Yep.
and now this is the least amount of money that you've ever made in your life, and now you're happy.
Yep.
I could pull up my Instagram or my TikTok right now and learn how to make 6 figures, right?
Yeah.
In 10 minutes by having a store on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not buying that,
Nah.
because that wouldn't make me happy. This podcast was a blessing to me from the American Licorice Company. A blessing.
Dude.
Because there's people like you that need to be heard. You've been silenced way too long. You need to be heard. And the great people at American Licorice provided this opportunity for me to sit here with an individual like you, for you to open your heart and express everything that you did to everybody listening. I'm not going to go on record and say this, but this is probably one of my favorite episodes. I'm not even going to lie to you. What about you? So without further ado, I want you to close us out. You're going to be the first person to ever close out the Embracing the Journey podcast. Man, it's all you. It's all you today.
You just said so many kind things about me. Norris, I want to acknowledge you, man. Very similarly, I woke up this morning and I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to create value? Someone's given a platform to me. How do I honor that? So much pressure, and that self-talk starts, and I get nervous, and didn't have the address yet. And then we get on the phone and the call keeps dropping. And then I knew that today you and I are going to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because those forces that are out there, boy, they didn't want us talking to each other.
At all.
They did not want us
At
talking
all.
to each other. And now I know why, because I don't know about you, man, but I've been feeling spirit this whole time. Everywhere in my body, I am tingling from the tip of my ears to the bottoms of my feet. And when that moves, I know I'm in the room with the right people.
Mm.
This literally temple, I told you that when I came in here. And we haven't even discussed our personal beliefs in that regard at all. But you are doing some really impactful things. And I could tell just by checking out some of the stuff you've put out and by how we connected originally. It's been so beautiful. And so if we could just close our eyes together. If you're not driving, I invite you to do the same thing. But we're just going to take some really deep breaths into the belly. I'm just going to go with you on that for a little bit. Inhale with me. If you don't take anything else away from this episode today, just always remember that what is inside of you, that authenticity, at your core, you are a divine being of light. Love is founded in truth and trust, and there is no room for abuse. You are responsible for you first, and it's not selfish. The most rapid healing and change comes when you're able to remove those relationships from your life, those people that are pointing their finger at you and telling you that you're the problem and it's not them. Relationships take two or more. I am 100% responsible for me, and you are 100% responsible for you. Your birthright is to be blessed and favored, to walk in love and light, to uplift your tribe and your community. And it hurts. I promise you that one thing, that it will hurt and it will be scary. But if I've learned one thing in life, it's that the best things that happen to me are on the other side of that fear. I love you, family. Welcome home.
I needed that. I feel centered.
Beautiful.
I feel good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. This is another episode of Embracing the Journey podcast. We'll see you guys soon.